Так.
Strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat. And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Сам такой кошак тоже как бы. Да, теперь умеет воевать, никогда не умеет. Угу. Целый долг тоже здесь.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss.
Tell me what happened in Skalitz.
You must be all done
I
in.
have a kin there.
Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
интерлоп, да. Видишь. Надеюсь-то. Так, что у нас там? Курица, полена, повязка, пюре. Это вам захерь-то вы снудите. Какой-нибудь вот. Так, иду на собой буду. Опа, мясо. Вау. А что такое? Сука. Так что вы занчите? Гаси надо, угощать надо. Ах, стоп.
Please, someone, do something. Here! Don't let him get away!
Don't move a finger!
Опа-на.
Oh my God!
Hey you! Don't move a muscle!
Got you. Now I'll fix you good and proper. You'll soon learn what justice means. What? Don't play the innocent. You crippled someone, you bastard. Not to mention other immoral acts. Well, you won't forget this in a hurry, because it'll take a nice pile of coin to fix it.
I won't put up with any more of this. Keep it up, and you'll rue the day you cross me.
Aye, right. I've gone all weak at the knees.
That's too much. I don't have that much coin.
Well, it's a jail cell for you, then.
На!
Under arrest for breaking the law. Don't move a finger.
Абуз. Бля, зря воровал, кстати, блядь. Надо. Бля, пора, не свою, блядь, пора. Короче, жаль, таких много. Что нам не нужно было брать? Так, что у нас там? Ну.
I checked and it seems everything's in order.
All right, but buy a couple of kegs of wine when you've done your other. Make sure it's good. No slop.
You can count on me.
Да похоже, дай.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Ладно, что там, блядь, тише. Я пошел, не знаю.
God damn it, my stomach hurts.
Да, начальник.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for it.
Да, блин, ладно, что ты, блин. Пошли хавай.
I heard about your father. They say he
Да,
was a
что?
swordsman.
Я болела, детка. Ах. Мне сколько не будет.
He had a fine reputation.
Ага, давай. Быстрее давай резать. Да что ты базаешь, дядя? Пиздить нельзя. Хреново. Гап, заметная панда, блядь, а? Не, пока я, блин, сопляк, зачем мы? Блядь, похавать я возьму, в принципе. Возьму комнате похаваю. Это все у меня... О, детка. Ты что, мне даешь? Нормально. Бля. Бля. Давайте мы похаваем. Что, ни пива, ни бухла, ни тоже, да, да?
Hey, watch it.
What are you doing?
I remember you.
Hey!
Так что, эй.
Look where you're
Блядь,
going.
я чем-то распилсточка, но ты же, блядь, навидал сейчас. Хлебок возьму. Блядь, я чем спиздил, блядь. Как спизда не будет, чем спиздил. Запа. Блядь.
Hey!
О, не намазать, телочка. Опа, на. Так, тихо, тихо, тихо. Опа, на. Мы в кладовку попали. Нормально. Бегом. Никого нету. Чистим. Бегом. Пока никого нету. Что она будет? О! Непонятно. Что это у нас? Все, да? Ага. Так, не точно видел, мы текаем нафиг. Так, все, нас там не было. А кто был, кто спил, я не видел, ничего не знаю. Нет, комока. Не смог. Да, это не могут пиздиться. Садан ты бат кутковался. Да, походу сейчас ёбнусь. Вот. Все.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
No?
It's just what you need to help
Блядь,
you sleep.
ну вот надо, блядь, низко, блядь.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Понятно.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're
Как
welcome.
только хочет мужика.
Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world. Although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Понятно, да, господа, очень идут минус 16. И показываю отзать так, конкретно. Отчпокать. Скажи. Ой, да.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzik himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. I looked towards the tavern and saw a group of Cumans chasing down my Bianca, murdering her for sport. There was nothing I could do to help her.
You mustn't blame yourself. She's with the Lord now.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them, and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Really?
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
It's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors he went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king, and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone, and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom. And only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never.
А свет кому горит?
And after 7
Нет.
Что ты опять наезжаешь на меня? Сказать нельзя нормально!
Сколько раз можно нормально говорить? Не догадывайся.
Certainly. Only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. Now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go. and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Все, обломал и скайп, пацан. Вот прям. Чё, блин, поставил, блядь. Поставил, блядь. А, сучка, обломала весь скайп, ходила, все так классно, да, надо сказать. Как сделал все к Василию.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Ты какой-то факел, нахрен факел дали.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Да, я тут все понимаю, ты базаришь, но, блядь, оружие, да, нормально?
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Rubber?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in town?
No, no.
Как всегда.
Empty tomorrow, he might come looking
А я охуеваю с вас, ваши мозги. Один упадывает, а другой кайфует. Сережа, я тебя устрою когда-нибудь, я уже устала. Такая жизнь. 2 компьютера включил, ни за что не платим, едим, пьем и гуляем.
Что-то доставаться. Да сняться, что-то опять начинаю сказать.
Ты зачем езжай? Он уезжает. Машину помочь мыть.
Достать, чтобы не знать сюда-то.
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Balding.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend. And good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! Don't be a fool, mate, right there now!
Ну да, как-то ничего теперь. Да, только просто вот, воевать даже не начать, ничего не будет. Так, пан, подожди. Что ты оставился? А вы чай-то будет.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Что это у нас?
What?
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Hey!
Good day to you. What do you need?
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to flee the siege?
Thank the Lord. I thought it was Sigismund descending on us.
It seems everyone thought that.
Well, we were all expecting... And... By the way, Henry...
Thank you.
Before someone gets hurt.
Hey! You've no business here. Clear off, or you'll be sorry. You better put that weapon away, or you'll... You, stop right where you are. I'm telling you, surrender.
Бля, столько спилось все уже. Надо по-быстрому отсуете. По-быстрому взять. Ой, это халява с оружием, да, вам скажете? Давайте лучше возьмем. Мои конфликт. Что, я опять все. Не по матам все шло, но блин. Ну, все более-менее, нет? Мок. Что туда?
Tell them everything.
The best thing would be to join forces.
Мы все нормально почистили. Почистили нормально, спокойно, спокойно отдыхать, да? А кто что видел? Что видел, да? Что видел? Опа, да. Что здесь еще? Ну, не, я поймаю здесь. Так, здесь мы были, да? Сейчас тут понятно, но, блин. Спасибо за лук. Щит. Уже есть чем бороться. Вот если бы как научил бы меня, да, надо сказать, вообще было шикарно. Ванька и... Ну, блин, так себе. Что, ты, что ли? Как понял, запасся.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on target? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
It's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Tamburg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, here's no call. Is that...
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol.
Jesus, look where you're going.
If I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in the body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the...
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen.
Is that a request? Or...
I'd rather...
Of course I'll help.
Splendid. I'll be with you.
Have you any further orders for me?
Keep watch on the battlements for now. I'll send someone to relieve you later.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
What is it? Hmm?
Jesus! We'll come ahead of blood scallops.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday his majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Ratzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir.
Papa?
I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Повезло и повезло.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Повезло-то повезло. Ну чё, ну ясно, блядь.
What is it? Damn!
Не, видите, надо бы тоже бы рисковать особо кадету надо тоже.
God be with you.
Нужно попасть к этим.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzik is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslaus's allies.
So, Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate...
Where did these humans come from anyway?
I don't know much about them, only... And believe me...
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg? Well, but the good lord...
Were there many?
Indeed.
I see.
Listen, lad.
So then why did
Why do you think?
I suppose because it has a strategic position and good fortifications, so it can be used as a base for raids, giving you control of the whole territory and good defences too, if you need them.
Not at all. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a prop...
So couldn't...
Now...
Damn.
Those days have gone. God preserve us.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
All right, I'll see what I can do. That business with Sigismund turned out well in the end, didn't it?
Aye, that was a good start. Now we need to drive him and his war whores out here for good.
Is there someone in goods?
Hungry, are you? You should go and see the cook. She's good-hearted, especially if you come with some coin. For anything else, you should see a fellow called Votava. Folk aren't too fond of him, because he's as surly as a wet cat. But he can get you just about anything. I saw him by the granary. You'll recognize him easy. He looks like he's never had a decent meal in his life.
I need to get out of here.
You here again, boy? Didn't I tell you how much trouble I'd be in if I let you, of all people, out?
Hey, watch it! Folks these days.
Что? Ой, ну понятно. Стрим, блядь, стрим, блядь. Бля, стрим.
You've no business.
А, видел я ее, по-моему. Чё?
Да не знаю, куда идти, блядь.
Ох, у тебя она плывет-то как, а? Сейчас она у тебя вообще плывет. Графика не справляется. Не, качество физики оставь на ультра. Что-то я, по-моему, видел подобное. Ты что, из зубочистки грызешь, что ли? Или ешь?
Ну, это зубочистить надо.
А.
Иди сюда. Да иди у меня удалять.
Иди чисти, что ты.
Мне удалят, а поймаешь, мне удалить, потом уже...
Сейчас ты дождешься, что тебе полчелюсти удалят вместе с головой. Будут дергать зуб, только отвалится голова.
Ага.
Чего у тебя, кстати, вот эти наушники, они как-то, блин, разъезжают?
Они, ну, я купил такие дешевые себе взял. Ханал.
И почем ты их взял?
300, по-моему. Ну, видишь, когда Балта поторопился.
Фу, блин, вот тут на наушники посмотрел. Так, запишу более-менее оптимально.
Ну, надо, видишь, я знал. Так, а чем мы, по-моему, назвали? Что-то я, блядь, забыл уже. Что там было на нас?
Серег, блин, вот я не понимаю, чего вот этими вещами раскидывать? Вот какое-никакое, но какие-то документики имеются. Пойдем куда-нибудь.
Чё?
Пошли куда-нибудь.
Ну, что игралка-то сложно вообще же, не вообще.
Что ты хотел? Counter-Strike, что ли?
Мне там, блядь, вот прикинь, блядь, должен стрелять. Прикол, что, бригада новая? Графика-то нормальная графика, но, блин... Ой, теперь будет долго. Да, ну вот игра, да. Ну как, это нормально, но, блин... Даже пофиг, вот реально, блин. Сами понимаешь, там что как... Ну, сами видели прекрасно, ну, игра, да. Игра 20 гигов, я вот не понимаю, там сказано 20 гигов. Вот. Да, хотя бы на фигов научили, да, нам скажете, блядь. Зеленый, реально, зелень. Стрелять не умеет, воевать ни хера не умеет, блин. Так реально, как там. А, все. Ну, реально, сколько меня вошли. Так, линия, вот она. Так, я если доктор субботу. Так, только не вид, просто не можешь, блядь. А, нет. Тихо, тихо, тихо. Опыта нифига нет. Так, был с тобой Господь, так зачем хочешь? Видел я эту игрушку, да, видел.
So, Robard, I need to get to
И что ты здесь надо делать? Обязательно или обучиться надо?
Да я хз, блин, я просто видел.
Если бы...
So, Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Так, хочется бы наложим этого. Так, если мы сюда шагнем. Бля. Кому тоже прицелок заткнуть, как факел. А писать хочешь, блин.
Срать хочешь?
Ага.
Все, до света штаны.
Бля, если здесь повалить, что будет с ним? Повоевать с ним, все.
Ну, тебя просто трахнуть. Как последнюю проститутку. Ты туда нельзя.
Surrender. You'll have to.
Голову стреляй.
I'm warning you.
Help! Over there!
Are you going to give yourself up? Or do you want to do this the hard way? Hey, you! Don't move a muscle! Stop! So you're the shooter. Now you're in shit. You! Stop right where you are!
Лучше новый уровень.
I'm telling you, surrender!
I'll slaughter you.
Ван, стреляй всегда. Ты нахер.
Bring it on.
На тебя может. Да блин! А он в доспехах. Пиздец. Плохая была идея убить Адиктива, да? Ну как, да, по-моему, всю голову попробую убить. Хочу доспехи здесь стырить. Ну, здесь другого сразу один, а тебе отдельно. Попробуем. Один против всех. Только когда на ману убить в одном месте, сразу доспех не взять доспехи, да, Зань? Ну и так круто лук связили и стрелы. Так, дядя. Фигня не занимайся.
Hey, you! Don't move a muscle. Surrender! You'll have to answer for your law breaking.
Так, свит.
You've committed a
Can't hide.
Дядя, привет.
Hey, hey, you!
Sure.
Don't move a muscle. You'll have to answer for your law breaking.
Все ты?
I'm warning you. Give yourself up.
Ах ты падла.
Do it. My patience is running out. Right, that's it.
Иди отсюда нахуй.
Is that all you've got?
Hey, what are you up to?
Танц. Фабрика.
Ты херней не занимаешься.
Да как их поубивать, а?
Никак.
Ну, под доспех нет у нас, там мы...
Ладно, дай.
Сейчас, подожди.
Иди спать, блин, все, мозги не делай.
Да сейчас.
Херней занимаешься.
Так, антисдень там доспехи. Знаешь, как стрим делать? Ты же, пожалуйста, не лагает, ничего у меня.
Блин, Сереж, да запал ты своим.
Ну, кстати, глянь, то последний человек писал, что лагал у меня жестко.
Что у тебя на ультрах было?
Бля, как это было? Смотри, как туда. Короче, либо взял куда-то, либо потом пойти, типа, на угла, да, ему?
Не знаю, не играл.
Could help you.
So, Robard, I need to get to Scout.
What would you do then?
My parents died there. I'm a free man, and I don't need to ask anyone's leave for doing what's right. Tell your people to let me out, or I won't be responsible for the consequences.
Be glad I'm in a good mood, and won't have it spoiled by some greenhorn. Next time you take that tone with me, it'll be straight in a jail cell with you.
Блять, понятно. Нет, нет, я с тобой разговаривать не буду с тобой. Пойду лучше я взятку дам. Лучше, блядь, чувака, блядь. Я так побить.
Дай взятку. Я здесь просто... Чё на тебя синеет экран? Чё?
А потом себе жетон, блин.
Дай этому взятку, да и все.
Так.
Дай взятку. Взятка самая действенная.
God be with you.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a...
Look, I have to get out of here to bury my parents. I'd reward anyone who'd help me.
Ah.
Is this enough?
Come now, just a little more, and we have a deal. Reward, you say? Only, if I let you go, everyone will know what happened, and I'll be for it. Now, if you can make it so I've got an excuse not to recognize you, then we'd be talking.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I can say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right, I'll have a look around for something.
What's the speaking?
Да убери ты двух свой. Ищи доспехи. Тебе что, отсюда свалить надо?
Угу.
А ты не выпрыгнешь.
Надо сходить доспехи.
Ну туда иди, наверное, где крепость сама.
Куда там началось? Крепость, наверное, доспехи найти надо. Где, блядь, смысл убить тебя? Не, хотя меня хер пустит, еще не завалю. Почти.
Да не, завали, тут не плакать сейчас завалю.
Ну да, они потом не пустят меня. Там, если догонят, да, меня?
Jesus Christ be praised.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Hungry, are you? You should go and see the cook. She's good-hearted. For anything else, but he can get you just...
Так, есть так спать тама. Спальня тама. Здесь что у нас? Здесь что у нас? Ключ, замок. Так. А ничего я не забыл, что я думаю.
Hey,
Опа, на весе. Опа, весь вот он смог лежал как раз.
Ты помылся в бане как смог. Вообще ни хера ты не помылся. Так фейс потер.
Ну хоть по запаху не будет, не вычислят нас по запаху, да?
Хер его знает.
А теперь строго будет грузиться с ключа. Так, понятно, но что после из... Где им достать сит? Точнее, шлем полностью. Вот так. Мыться. Так, что там? Так, что здесь? Посмотрим. Так, где у нас там слема? Так. Поговорили. А чухай, что мы здесь спиздили. Как нам все поторговаться, да? Так, корзина. Вот это нам обузы.
Жратву продаешь?
Диска. Начал. Так. Хлеб, фамил. Чем мы? Мед оставим. А мед хотя бы подадим. В принципе, все. Сейчас поторгуемся. Сколько нам это даст?
Can we do something about the price?
Aye.
What about this?
That's better. Drop it a bit more and we'll call it a deal.
Давайте вот так.
Hey, aye, that would do it.
О, погнали. Так, если не ошибаюсь, так. Ну ты в басне я походил там, где-то на штабе он доспехи лежал.
Где там, где эти чудики в доспехах шарохаются?
Ага. А это наш спешил, там я походил. Так, хавку где забрал хавку. Блин, здесь указ, ничего, здесь укаду она, блядь, как этот, понял? Побежит сразу. Так, что ты там? Так.
Офига, на тебя смотрят, а ты воруешь.
Ага. И здесь сразу меня убивает. Так, скрыть замок. А отмычек нету, видишь что? А где отмычек достать? Опа, на. Так, если здесь спать. Да иди ты нахер.
What do you want here? Go and play your game somewhere else. Can I do anything to help?
Ну-ка, ну-ка, ну-ка. Подожди, назад вернись. Лесенки.
Не поднимается. Тиса стоит пока. Так, если здесь нету, здесь нету, здесь.
А лестница на второй этаж поднималась.
Там этот у короля вход. Так, здесь мы были. Опа-на. А тут что же новенькое? Опачки. Что это такое здесь можно спиздить? Так, нормально, холмы, кстати. Да, здесь ничего такого нету.
2 чемодана стояло, но тебе, так понял, нет отмычки.
Ага. Что-то надо придумать, сделать надо.
Ищи отмычку.
Да, есть, надо искать, где них хранение этих. Понял, что? Так, значит, мы, в принципе, недалеко, да, Жень, с тобой, получается, от этого. Опа-на. Ах, ты падла. Значит, недалеко мы от границы близко находимся, да? По сути, да. Значит, мы рядом. Сейчас наверху здесь. Так. А вот здесь, походу, и есть. Подарок-то не после, да, Жень?
Не знаю, Сереж. Я не играл, я не знаю.
Good health to you.
What do you think about the Skalitz vote, man?
I can't imagine. When you're on camp...
You only say that.
Aye.
It's a robot, right?
Tough.
I believe it. So, Divish,
you're right. That's it.
Can you
go to...
What if I...
Let's start.
Только ты должен свалить. О, спасибо.
Hey!
Опачки. Позже, да? Здесь мы не были. Тут, мне кажется... Иди нахер. А что такое?
Hey, watch it. Well?
Типа иди отсюда.
What's with you?
Блядь, ну дайте мне отмычку хотя бы. Ладно, ладно, блин, иду, блин. Либо, блядь, его здесь убить его. Ну убить, я так сейчас не убью. Опа-на. Опачки. Где у него там отмычки есть? Падаль, ты хер долбаная. Падаль, падла. Ну, я тоже все понимаю. Да иди ты нахер.
Hey!
Опа-на. Давай все. Бля!
Лошадь убила.
Блин. Да твою кота тупая лошадь, а.
Что ты стенку рубишь?
Бля. Правильно.
Hey, you! Don't move a muscle!
Да не за этим ты говоришь. Вот я одной плюхой буквально.
Ага, я убил. Не, его, конечно, я понял, не его. Сейчас поймем, короче, надо. Сейчас пройдемся срезка, да, пока он был без оружия, да, Зань? Я сделаю когда-то сильный удар сделаю. Спокойно просто подойдем, аккуратненько, вот. Только надо зайти в такое место, чтобы можно было обороняться. А крысы могут сзади заходить сзади.
Да они тебя просто тупо блокируют постоянно.
Со всех сторон.
Да нет, они тебя отбивают.
Так. Слушай.
Be a bit more careful.
Jesus Christ be praised.
So, Robard,
what would you do?
So, Robard, my...
Sorry, lad.
What is it?
Так все, блин, легко. Нам получается мало достать. Так. Солдатики, солдатики.
Be a bit more careful.
На какое чувство взять? Положу, короче, максимальную сумму, да, ему бабок дам. Вызовем.
Он тебе то же самое скажет.
Ну, посмотрим, отказ он такой денег или нет.
My respects to you.
I need to get out of here.
And I need...
Not any longer. I've vital information for Stavich.
A likely story.
Look.
Reward, you say?
Now, if you could...
All right, we'll see what I can do.